Hey guys, it's Ox here and welcome back to my channel. We are back at it again with a new Switch review, and today I'm very much excited because we have something unique to review as we'll be taking a look at a new magnetic HE switches. So today, let's all take a look and listen at the new Black Knight magnetic switch. Now, before the video starts, a very quick disclaimer as I made an oopsie prior to shooting the video. Now, the switches are not compatible with the Bog 75, the HE board that we used here. Now, I only knew about this after I did the review or the sound test, so my PCB is now broken. But for this review, this will be reviewed solely based on the thoughts and feel and sound as a switch. Now, I will be making a follow-up video using a compatible HE board. Now, I highly suggest to ask the vendor of your HE keyboard first if it will be compatible with the certain HE switches before buying, and please don't be like me. Now, the only HE board that I know so far that is compatible with the switches are the Wu-Tang keyboard. Now, on to the video. So let's take a look at the switches. As mentioned, this is a linear HE or Hall effect switch, and this is my second time trying out an HE switch. So this is compatible for those HE keyboards like the Wu-Tang and the other HE boards. Now again, please do check with your vendor or the manufacturer of the HE keyboard prior to buying a switch. So as per the description of Moyu, they made the switches to be highly cost-effective magnetic switch as there's only a few right now, so the pricing for these ones would cost you around $3.90 for a pack of 10. Let's break down the materials. It's using polycarbonate for the top housing, nylon on the bottom housing, and modified POM on the stem. It has a total travel of 3.6mm with a 45-gram actuation force and a 55-gram bottom-out force with a 15mm KOS springs. Now the switches comes in pre-factory lube. So in today's video, it will be our usual. We'll be comparing the switches side by side with another Gateron magnetic switch. Another magnetic switch rather. So I only have two right now, this one and the Gateron one, but I'll also try to sneak in a side-by-side comparison on a conventional linear switch. Now for the keyboard, we'll be using the Bog 75. That's all the HE keyboard that I have, and if you want to hear my thoughts and opinion about the switches, you may stick around at the end of the sound test or feel free to check the timestamps. Speaking of the sound test, please do keep in mind that the sound and the experience, it will always vary depending on your keyboard build. So with all of that out of the way, please do enjoy the sound test on the new Black Knight magnetic switch. And that was the sound test on the Black Knight switches. Please do let me know on what you think about them in the comment section down below. Now, let's talk about my thoughts and opinion about the switch. First, let's talk about my thoughts on the feel. Again, please keep in mind that this is just my second time trying out an HE switch, so feel-wise, out of the box, the switches were smooth, and I can say that you can use them out of the box as the pre-factory lube feels consistent enough, and I didn't feel any leaf and spring crunches. Now, linear feel-wise, I can say this is much smoother than the Gateron ones the stock switches with the Bog 75 came in with, as I can actually feel a night and day difference between the two. I would say this one feels more of a linear switch and less mushier than the Gateron ones, as this gives more of that linear switch that we all know in terms of the feel. The springs on these are also smooth through the feel, as it has a soft yet sharp bottom out. Now moving on to my thoughts on the sound. Same as the feel with the pre-factory lube, it's pretty good as I didn't hear any scratches, lift, and spring pings, so you wouldn't have to worry about lubing them more if ever. Now sound-wise, or the sound profile, it has a snappy and clacky, yet a little hint of a deepness tone to it, and I would say it sounds balanced for a linear switch, or for an HE magnetic switch, and I could say this sounds more livelier and less mashier than the Gateron ones that we tried. Overall, switches on the HE keyboards are getting interesting, as I know there are more newer switches out there and I'm keen to trying them out. Sadly, again, this wouldn't work on the Bog 75, so please keep that in mind, and also please do check with the vendor or manufacturer of the HE keyboard prior into getting an HE switches. Now for the Black Knight, I would recommend getting 30 pieces first to try them out, and for that one that will only cost you around $12, and if you really like the sound and feel, you can go from there. And that's it for the video, guys. That was the review on the Black Knight switches. Honestly, I enjoyed reviewing them as it's all new to me, so I hope you find the review helpful, and if you do, please don't forget to like the video. You can also share if you want, and of course, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys on the next sound test. Peace.